everyone, today I'm doing a much requested bubble bar tips video. I'm going to be using the Comforter bubble bar, not only because it's my favorite bubble bar, but it is also one of Lush's biggest bubble bars. Now I already did a demo of this, so this video is just going to be all about the bubble making tips. Now I see in the comments a lot, people have talked about using a strainer for making bubbles, and I actually purchased this at the Dollar Tree, and they have various sizes, but I chose the bigger one that they have. The benefit I see to this is that it will break up your bubble bar pretty completely, so you're not going to have the crumbly bits, you know, floating in the water, which I personally don't like myself. Normally what I do is I just crumble the bubble bar under hot water, and then I swish the water around really vigorously, and that's how I create my bubbles. Now the reason I just run it under hot water is because I like to play with it. I'm not gonna lie, I love squishing it between my hands. It's just very relaxing, so that's just how I enjoy using my bubble bars. Now you can use your bubble bars more than once, especially when it's something of this size. Breaking it apart, you can just use a knife or something like that. I actually got this broken up over the sink. So sometimes the bubble bars are a little softer, sometimes they're hard. This one looks really soft, but it is kind of hard. If you have a smaller bathtub, it would make more sense to only use some of your bubble bar, not the whole thing. I do have a larger than normal size tub, so I like to use my whole bubble bars when I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1/2 of my bubble bar in the strainer, and I'm going to show you guys how that is. And then I will use the other half how I normally do, and I'm going to show you guys how I make the bubbles. But I wanted to show you guys different ways to make the bubbles. So we're going to try this way first. As you can see, it is, you know, the water's just running right through it, so it's creating its own little bubble, and you're not having the chunks fly off, which is nice. But I personally don't like standing here with a strainer. I just don't think it's attractive when I'm making my demo videos. But if you're just taking a bath, this is going to work perfectly fine for you. Finish running the rest of this half under, and then I will return with how I normally make my bubbles. This is nice though, because like the chunks aren't coming off, you know what I mean? Alright, so here is my other half, and this is what I normally do. I just run it under the water, and I just kind of rub my hands around it, because like I said, I like to play with it when I'm using it. And then eventually I like to do the big old squish. So just crumble it up, squish it around. It's a nice stress reliever. I am going to allow the water to completely fill up in the tub before I start making the bubbles, to show you guys what it looks like before before I start agitating the water to make my big heaping rounds of bubbles. So I will return. Alright guys, so as you can see by the water, that's all the bubbles you're gonna get if you don't get your hands in there and play with it. So you need to just vigorously shake it around, roll it around, do whatever you can. Sometimes it takes a while, it takes a lot of muscles, and I actually have my boyfriend here and he is going to do it for me because it'll be less time. So, as you can see what he's doing, he's just vigorously stirring the water up. And you can already see the bubbles are starting to mound. Look at him go!
Oh yeah.
Now remember, I used the entire bubble bar, so we are going to have a massive amount of bubbles. I think that's plenty.
Yeah, end it.
Alright guys, I'll probably have him keep going for a little bit, but I'm gonna end the video. So hopefully you guys saw exactly what was going on, how to make these big bubbles, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.